Hi students, welcome to Vidya Mirat. This video is made for class 10 on chapter number 14 statistics, and today we are going to do exercise 14.1 from NCERT. Before we begin with the exercise, there are certain important things which you need to know. Now what is class interval? If you see the class interval, we show it in a form of a proper gaps between the series like 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 and so on. The first column, if you see the red color box, if I have shown, that is known as the lower limit, and on the right side numbers they are known as the upper limit, and the gap between them is known as class size, and which is usually represented by H. Now with this exercise is totally based on how to find out the mean. There are various methods. You can choose any method, but you have to be specific at some times why that method has been taken care of. Like if you have data somewhere like x1, x2, x3 and so on till xn, I want to know the mean. That can be done with the help of upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. And the various methods which can be used in finding out the mean, number one is known as direct method. Now where this method is used, you have to take care of this. Direct method will be used only when your xi or fi values are small enough. And how you are going to calculate the mean for this? Mean is represented by x bar, that is known as mean symbol. This will be equal to sigma. Sigma means sum or total of fi into xi upon sigma fi. So where your fi will be the frequencies corresponding to the class marks and xi. Okay. And then there is another method which is known as shortcut method, or we also call it as assumed mean method. Now this is done when your xi and fi values are in large numbers. Their big values are there. Okay. And how are we going to find out the mean for this? It will be represented as a plus sigma fi di upon sigma fi. What is di? Di is equal to xi minus a. A is your assumed mean. Okay. When we do this question, you will come to know how we are going to do it, and you will be able to remember the formulas. Another method is known as step deviation methods. Here also we can use where x and fi values are sufficiently large numbers. So you can choose any shortcut and step deviation method. Most of the times I like doing step deviation method because calculations becomes quite easier in that case. Now here how to find it? Your x bar, or you call it as mean, will be equal to a. You write it as small a, somewhere it is capital A, you can ignore, you can write small a plus h. H is your class size into sigma fi ui upon sigma fi. Now what is ui? You should know ui. You have to calculate ui. Ui is equal to xi, which will be there in your data, minus a, which you have assumed, divided by h. So when we solve the questions, it becomes easier. Moreover, take care that step deviation method is also used when xi are quite large. If you consider xi values, they are quite large in number, then you have to use step deviation method. Let's start with question number 1. There was a survey which was conducted by a group of students as a part of their environment awareness program, in which they collected the following data regarding the number of plants in 20 houses in a locality. Find the mean number of plants per house. Which method did you use while calculating mean and why? If you look at the class interval, it is 0, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, 10, 10, 12, 12, 14 and number of houses or the frequencies. If you see, your xi and fi values are quite small in this. So what is xi? How are we going to calculate xi? Xi is basically upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. And we can find out xi because in the question we are given the class interval and we are given the frequencies. Add all the frequencies, these are small in numbers. When you took out xi, that is also small in numbers. So we can use direct method in this case. What is direct method? Sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. So you will multiply fi into xi, that is 1 into 1, 2 into 3, 1 into 5, 5 into 7, 6 into 9, 2 into 11, 3 into 13. Add them all together, it becomes 162. So for calculating mean, 162 divided by 20, when you do, the mean comes out to be 8.1 plants. So direct method we used because xi and fi are small in numbers. Question number 2. Consider the following distribution of daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. Find the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by using appropriate method. Now let's look at the table first. The interval given us from 100 going till 200. So it means that my xi values will be quite large. So I am going to use step deviation method. What is the formula for step deviation? Xi will be equal to A plus H into sigma Fi ui upon sigma Fi. Okay, what is xi? Xi I know it is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. If I see the first case, 100 plus 120 upon 2 comes out 110, which is quite a big number. So since xi values will be coming as a big numbers or large values, we will be using the step deviation method. Now we will first find out A. What is the A probable A? We will choose it from the xi values. Usually A or assumed mean will be taken as a middle values, nearby middle values. Since they are 5 in numbers, we can find out 150 as A. And H is the class size, that is 100 minus 120, that comes out to be 20. So now we will calculate what is ui. Ui is xi minus a upon h. So you have to do the calculations on your rough side, or you can even write it in that box at small. You will get your numbers like minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. It is 19. Always it will come like this. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. It assumed will always be 0. So when you multiply fi into ui, you have to do, that means 12 into minus 2, 14 into minus 1, 8 into 0, 6 into 1 and 10 into 2. That becomes your fi ui. When you total it, add them together, your total comes as minus 12 and the frequency total comes as 50. So now we will put it into the formula. A plus H into sigma Fi ui upon sigma Fi. What is A? We have assumed it as 150. What was your H? That class size was 20. Sigma Fi ui, when we add them together, last column, that was minus 12. And sigma Fi, that sum of all the frequencies, that is 50. When just solve this together, you will be reaching at 145.20. These are the mean daily wages of the workers. Next, the following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of the children in a locality. The mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. Find the missing frequency f. Now here let us look at the class interval. It is coming as 11, 13. So what will be your xi? Xi will be 12, 14, 16, like that. Number of children are also small values. So since xi and fi values are sufficiently small, we will be using direct method. And what is direct method? We know the formula, sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. Here in the question, we are given the mean value. Mean is given as 18. We have to find out the frequency. So how are we going to do that? When you add frequencies, it will become 44 plus f. And when you add fi xi, it will become 752 plus 20f. So f is coming in the numbers. You have the mean values with you. So just equate them together, that it becomes 18 is equal to 752 plus 20f upon 44 plus f. Cross multiply, you will reach f as 20. So the missing frequency f was 20. Question number 4. 30 women were examined in a hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as follows. Find the mean heartbeat per minute for these women and choosing a suitable method. Now if you look at the table, your frequency is small but your xi values are looking big, 65 and 68. It is coming in 60s. Since the xi values are big, we will be using step deviation method. So what is the formula for step deviation? I need A plus H into sigma fi ui upon sigma fi. Now A, according to the table, I will be using as 75.5. I will show you. Class size is 3. So using this into the formula, I will form my table. It will look like UI column. If you see, it is coming as -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. It will come as 2. And if you look at xi values, here 75.5 is the middle number. We have assumed this as mean. So the calculations becomes very easy when I do fi into ui, that is 2 into -3, 4 into -2, 3 into -1, 8 into 0, 7 into 1, 4 into 2, 2 into 3. So my last column, if you see, the numbers are very small. When I add them together, sigma fi ui, when I do, it becomes only 4. And sigma fi, the total of the frequency, is 30. Let us put it into the formula of A plus H into sigma fi ui upon sigma fi. A I have assumed as 75.5, H is 3, fi ui has come as 4, and sigma fi is 30. After solving, mean comes out to be 75.9. In a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These boxes contained varying number of mangoes. The following was the distribution of mangoes according to the number of boxes. Now number of mangoes are given. If you look at number of mangoes, your xi value will come as 51, 54, 57, 60, 63. Number of boxes are given as 15, 110, 135, 115, 25. The question is, find the mean number of mangoes kept in the packing boxes. Which method you will find suitable for this? Now here also we have xi and fi values quite large, so we will be using the shortcut method over here. Now since the data was not in continuous series, if you look at the data, let's see, 50, 52, then 53, 55, 56, it is not continuous. So what we are going to do is, we will plus and minus 0.5 to make it a continuous series. After making it a continuous series, we will find out their xi values. That will be 49.5 plus 52.5 divided by 2, it comes 51. For the next, it will be 54, 57, 60 and 63. Since 57 is the middle number, we can choose it as our A or assumed mean. Now here we are using the shortcut method. So xi fi values are quite big. We will find out di. Di will be xi minus a. A is 57. So xi minus a, if I do, that is 51 minus 57, it comes minus 6. 54 minus 57 gives you minus 3. 0. 60 minus 57, 3, and 63 minus 57 is 6. Now this multiply with fi, that total when you do it, it comes as, it will come as minus 90 over here, because 15 into minus 6 will be minus 90, and 110 into minus 3 will be minus 330, like this and so forth. You will multiply, you will get sigma fi ti as 75 and sigma fi comes out as 400. Now assumed we have taken as 57, so 57 plus 75 upon 400, solve it, we get 57.19 as our mean number of the mangoes that will be kept in the packing box. Next table shows the daily expenditure on food of 25 households in a locality. Daily expenditure is given in hundreds and number of households in just one digit small values. Now we know that when the xi values are very large, we can use step deviation method. So here we will be using step deviation, and we know the formula, we know how to find out. We have broken it into, for further simplification, we know ui is equal to xi minus a upon 15. We can find out xi minus a means di. Okay, we can do that separately also in the next column. When we divide with h, that becomes your ui, and ultimately we will do fi into ui. The values becomes quite small. Sigma fi ui is equal to minus 7. Now here I have done stepwise. You can also do directly also by putting it into the formula of ui is equal to xi minus 225 upon 50. So just for simple calculations I have done it like this. Whatever you find it convenient, do it in that way. Now we will put these answers in the formula. We have taken assumed mean as 225, which was a middle value. H or the class size is 50. FI came as minus 7 and sigma FI came as 25. On solving, our mean daily expenditure on food came at 211. Next, to find the concentration of SO2 in the air in parts per million in ppm, the data was collected for 30 localities in a certain city and is presented below. Now you see over here, your concentration or the class interval which is given is coming in point like 0.02, which will be xi. 0.06 will be the next number, and frequencies are also small. Since xi and fi values are very small, we will be using direct method to find the answer. We know how to find out xi. It is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Your values comes as 0.02, 0.06, 0.10, 0.14, 0.18 and 0.20. Multiply with the frequencies, add them together. So sigma fi xi came as 2.96 and total of frequency has come as 30. So the direct method is quite simple. We have to just put sigma fi xi upon sigma fi, that is 2.96 upon 30. Your mean concentration of SO2 in the air is 0.099 ppm. Next, a class teacher has the following absentee record of 40 students of a class for the whole term. Find the mean number of days a student was absent. So look at the number of days and look at the number of students. Your xi and fi values are small, so we will be using direct method in this. So let's find out quickly. We know how to do now. So we will find out xi values, that comes as 3, 8, 12, 17, 24, 33, 39. Multiply with the frequency. The total fi xi comes at 499, which will be divided by fi, which is 40. So mean number of days a student was absent was 12.48. The following table gives the literacy rate in percentage of 35 cities. Find the mean literacy rate. Now here you see 45 and 55, the values are little big. So since according to fi, xi values are big enough, we will be using step deviation method. Let us see what is the assumed over here. According to xi, it has come as 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 70 is the middle number. We can assume it as middle number. Ui formula we know, xi minus 70 upon 10. So 10 is your difference or the class size. So fi ui when I do, it comes as 3 into minus 2 minus 6. 10 into minus 1 is minus 10. 11 into 0 is 0. 8 into 1 is 8. 3 into 2 is 6. Like that, when I add them together, fi ui, it comes as minus 2, and total frequency or fi has come as 35. We know the formula, a plus h into sigma fi ui upon sigma fi. So a assumed is 70. Your difference or class size is 10. fi ui you have calculated, it came as minus 2. Sigma fi, sum of the frequencies has come as 35. On solving this, we got 69.43 as the mean literacy rate. That's all for this exercise, children. There are 3 methods. Please understand how that method has been used, where it has been used. If only the xi values are very big as compared to the frequency, use step deviation method. If your xi and fi values are big, that time you can use step deviation also, and you can take care of your shortcut method also. But when your xi and fi values are very small and you can do calculations, in that case I can use direct method. Please do lot of practice on this. Very soon I'm going to come with the next exercise, children. Till then, see you. Goodbye. Take care.